Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
Hey, I'm Jeff from Rustic Roots Delivery. We're basically just going to be making some deliveries from some local farms to some homes. We deliver local fresh produce straight from the farm, straight to your home. The furthest east I deliver, I have a stop all the way down by Camp Peter on Montauk, right down by the lighthouse. So we go there weekly. We have a bunch of stops in Montauk. We work our way back. And then my other route is we just picked up Hoboken in Jersey. A lot of our customers are unique in that even though they love the farm stands and they love coming out to the East End to go to the farms, they don't have the access to it all the time. They're not going to get in the car and drive all the way out here. So they can call us and we'll bring it to them.
Organic produce is very important to me, and I was very happy to find Jeff and his company. I set my menu around Jeff. He's a one-stop shop. I get my milk, my eggs, my cheese, my meat, fruit, and vegetable. Keeps me out of the grocery store too, which in a sense saves me money.
Okay, this is butter?
Yeah. That is butter. Look
Whoa.
at that. Cinnamon butter. Can you smell it? Just on some good
butter.
old white toast and some of this.
Grill peaches and melt it and put it on
Yes,
top
I
of
was
peaches.
grilling peaches last night. Winter's not an issue. Potatoes, we'll get purple potatoes, red potatoes, white potatoes, apples, pears. It's never a shortage. It's constantly changing, and that's what's so alluring, is that you always have a variety every week. It's like Christmas every day. You don't know what you're going to get in your basket.
That's our first stop of the day, yep. I'm gonna shoot up to one of the farms now, grab some eggs. Right now we're going to Eight Hands Farms. We're going to get what I think are the best eggs on Long Island. We're gonna go see Carol and Tom up there. They have our eggs ready for us. It's a really beautiful farm.
Our chickens have access to fresh pasture, which means they get to eat grass, they get to scratch around and eat bugs, and then in addition they eat the organic feed that we give them. But the key is really giving them the access to pasture, which increases the amount of omega-3s in the eggs and creates a yolk that's red, that stands up, that's just wonderful.
All these dozens of eggs, are you pulling them out by hand? You're going every day?
Oh yes, several times a day. If it's not me, then it's my kids. We get about 12 dozen eggs daily from them. Currently we have a little under 300 chickens that are producing eggs, and then in that far coop over there we're actually raising approximately 200 chicks that will be coming on board in the fall. So I hope Jeff's ready for the onslaught of eggs that we're going to be able to provide. Yeah. We try and contain them so that we can then move them and control the areas that they operate in. And as you can see, our coops are on wheels. So what we do is we hitch the coop to our little RTV and then we move it around.
There's always the danger of expanding too fast and still keep the quality?
For us, it's very important that we are involved and we understand what farming is all about and have our hands in it. So I think that's always going to limit how big we're going to be, but there's certainly room to grow.
The customers must enjoy the fact that they come in different shades and colors.
Oh, absolutely. That's why this next batch of chickens that we're bringing on are laying that dark chocolate egg that I'd mentioned to you, and the green. I mean, I know Jeff likes the green eggs,
Blue,
so yeah.
Green and blue egg.
We don't have a lot of the Americanas in the existing flock, but we have 100 of them coming in now, so.
And where to next?
We're going to the fish docks. We're at the docks in Hampton Bays. This is the local dock. This is where we get our fish. Each route has a fresh bag of fish of whatever variety we put on the website being delivered to that house the next day. We're over at Cor-J Seafood with Craig. As you can see, you come down here, it's like an old school kind of fish market where, you know, you're just in it. You know, the guys are filleting here and there, and it's cool.
We haven't gotten into home deliveries, so the relationship with Jeff is great because he's already set up for that, and he's pushing locally grown produce and locally caught, which there's a big movement for, which is what we've been doing for years. And we used to have just a flounder fillet business pretty much, and then people would pop their head in the door and say, do you have anything else for sale? And Jim would set up some coolers and say, well, we could sell you this and sell you that. And then he decided to go full on retail.
What's the biggest mover here?
I would say salmon, scallops, things like that. In fact, the sea scallops that we sell, we open ourselves. The boats here bring them in a shell, and then they pop them out of the shell.
Although Jeff was eager to show off his seafood vendor, he clammed up when I requested to see his warehouse. He says Rustic Roots distribution system is a step ahead of the competition, and he wants to keep it that way.
I don't know what they don't know, but I know what I do know, and I don't want them to know what I do know. So what they don't know, they're not going to know from me.